Oh my god, look, I got a touchscreen here. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the stereo itself, the unboxing of the head unit here. I purchased the Dual DMCPA70. I purchased this on Walmart for 180 bucks, I believe, with taxes and everything, and shipped. Yeah, that was the overview of the box there. Now we're gonna dive right inside and see exactly what the box comes with. We're greeted with this box here that comes with all the accessories. We'll dig into that later. We have the manual here. And now we have the head unit itself. This Dual DMCPA70 is actually a media receiver, so you're not going to be able to input CDs into this here. But this is how it looks here. You can see the 7-inch capacitive touchscreen there, and this is how the buttons sound. And this is the pretty much overview of the stereo here. As you can tell, is a shortened media receiver, maximizing space for ease of installation. Now let's see what else comes in the box. We have the actual wiring harness for the stereo here. We have a microphone, RCA inputs, and I believe the video input is here if you want to install a reverse camera as well. We have a wireless controller. We have hardware included for installation, and also a faceplate. That pretty much does it for the unboxing here. There's another two things that you need to make this installation possible. That is the wiring harness that you see here. You connect it to the OEM factory harness, and this installation kit here as well, which I ordered from Walmart as well. It came as a kit with the installation kit and also the wiring harness. So let's see if these are any good as well. But now we're all done. Once you have that, you're good to go, and you'll be able to install your stereo. With all that out of the way, now we could actually go to the removal of the OEM stereo and the installation of the new double DIN head unit here. Okay, here we are. We're gonna remove this stereo. First thing you got to do is remove this panel here in the bottom. Not sure if the camera's really picking it up, but remove this panel here. And there's actually like a little hole or indentation right here on the upper part. Can't really see it because it's too dark for me, but it's kind of right here. Make sure you put, maybe this is what I'm gonna use, but I also saw somebody using a Phillips head screw and he put tape on it not to damage the plastic. But yeah, you just insert it there and you take it off, and there's two 8mm after that, and you should be able to push it out. So fairly easy. So let's go and let's get it. There's gonna be a wire here that connects to your cigarette lighter. Make sure you don't pull on this completely. You gotta remove that wire before you damage it. Kind of see 10 mils right there. There's one right here. There's one right there. You can see it. And the other one should be right adjacent to it. Right over there. Okay, now that we finally got that done, it should be pretty easy. All you have to do, push this guy out of his housing, and I guess you just have to push forward here. If I could find how, and it should come up, should come out. So we'll see right now. You don't want to pry against this because you're going to widen it more than you should. Oh, no, no, no. Let's come up here.
I was like, why? She fucking tripping.
What?
You haven't even started.
I have, look. It's almost out.
Yeah, sure. You've been at it for long.
She's not coming out, though. This thing was tough to get out. So this faceplate has clips here, as you could tell, clips onto this. But it was kind of tough to get out because this is my first time doing it, so I really didn't know exactly how to do it. But pretty much how I did it is I grabbed something like this Phillips head so I could be able to use this as a pry bar. But to be honest, just try to use something a little thinner as a pry bar. But you stick it in here. You see this metal right here where you took off the 8mm. So you stick it in here to be able to push back. Let's see, stick it here so you can push. So you can push the stereo back like this. So this motion here is gonna make the clips break free from their resting place, and then they'll come off. So pretty much what you're doing is taking this faceplate off of the clips here that you see. So once you finally do that, all you have to do is remove this guy, take the stereo out, which is easy now that it's free from the faceplate, and then we put on the new stereo. Okay, there it is. It's finally out. This thing is actually pretty heavy. Here it is, all clipped on together. Now we gotta just remove this faceplate and then we'll move on to the next step. 8mm to remove these guys. One more step, I have to remove the emergency switch as well. And this is how it looks now, or this is the harness for the emergency light. This here is your antenna connected to the back, so you could get a FM radio and AM radio, I guess. And then this here is the actual harness that connects to the back of your stereo receiver, and I'll show you what we're gonna do so we don't mess with this, and if we ever wanted to go with OEM. But this is how it looks. Everything is off. First time doing this type of thing for me. So first, before we get to the actual stereo installation, we do have to wire this harness. This is what we need to connect to the wire, to the OEM wire harness here, so we don't have to splice into it and damage it, so we could always go back to OEM. So this is what we need. This is, oh, wrong one. This is the actual cable that connects onto the new double DIN stereo receiver, and all we do is connect the colors, and you'll have this cool easy connector. And you don't have to really do much. You just have to connect the colors to the right corresponding color and crimp them together, and you'll be fine. I'm gonna use these butt connectors to crimp the wires together. And just to let you know what gauge this is, I think the blue ones are 16 to 14. Good and connected, they're crimped, so you can tell here. All I need is a lighter, so I'm asking my buddy David to give me a lighter real quick, and I'll light these heat shrink tubings here to just make sure that the wiring is as protected as possible. It's probably overkill, but I'm cool with doing that. This is my baby, so I want to make sure it's all good. So I'm gonna just test it out right now. Meanwhile, we wait for that lighter and see if this wiring actually works. So let's see here. So we connect this end, the white end here, and you can probably see it on my GoPro angle. So all you do is just bam, and it connects like so. So now I have all this slack, which is good, because when I was removing all this wiring, or when I was removing the stock stereo, this thing didn't pull back enough, so it was kind of awkward to remove that harness. So with this slack, I'm actually able to take out the stereo a bit more. Okay, so you just leave it like this. Hopefully it doesn't fall. Where is my keys? All right, let's see. Moment of truth. Here we go, guys. Hey, it turned on. Ooh, that's looking good. Wow, that's crazy. I've never had a double DIN. That looks amazing. Dude, I got chills, man. I'm so excited. Oh, man, let's see. Oh, but my antenna is not connected. Hold on, let me connect the antenna really fast so we can see if this has any audio. Or actually, I'm gonna connect it to my Bluetooth because I don't want to get copywritten. So hold on. Echo Show 50. No, that's definitely not me. So, oh my God, look, I got a touch screen here. Home, USB, CarPlay. Oh shit, don't want to drop it either. Bluetooth. Connect. Okay. Unknown, so it should be okay. There's no audio coming out of my phone. And there's no audio coming out of my speakers. That is a problem. All right, well, I'll be back. I'll start the video again once I figure out why this is not playing any music. So I'll be back. I'm gonna pause the video and I'll try to figure this out right now. Kind of off camera, I already kind of installed this, but it's fairly easy.
pretty much what you have to do is you reuse the OEM bracket that came with the stereo that you had screwed onto the chassis here. So you reuse it, you get this bracket, and you actually screw the installation kit. If this thing focuses, you could see the screw right here. It's probably too bright, but see the screw right there? You screw this installation kit like that. And there's 4 points. I still haven't done the top one yet. So I haven't put the top hole there, but there's 4 of these screws. You just use them to secure it onto the plate. Then from there, you slide this, the stereo you're trying to install. You slide it into this position, and then all you have to do is line them up here, as you could see. And when you line them up, it makes the stereo steady, and it's right in there. So all I'm gonna do is install this faceplate. Let's see how good it looks, or if I even could install this faceplate. It actually kind of fit to the point where I don't mind it. You can see right here, it actually has a pretty good flush, or a pretty flush fitment here. So I don't mind that. It looks pretty good, but it's screwed in here pretty well on the sides, on this mounting bracket. Those 2 screws went in. And then this side over here was kind of uneven. So I wasn't able to screw in this top screw, but I was able to manage to put this one at least. So it gives a little more security, so I'm gonna roll without having this one on. Should be fine. But the reason why it's doing that is because this side right here really doesn't fit that well. There's like a centimeter or 2 of it not pushing in completely like it fits here on this side. And that has to do with the buttons. But not too bad. I'm happy with that fitment, so we got that part out of the way. Definitely no audio coming out, man. What am I doing wrong? Well, it's nighttime, as you could tell, and the stereo is installed. I put everything in. I even put in the little microphone right here. Try to be a little more subtle with it. But yeah, everything's together. But the only reason why I did this is because I had to leave and go home. But the stereo is actually not working. Everything works, like the dimmer. You see this thing, it dims down, and you know, the touchscreen works like it should. Everything pretty much works. It gets Bluetooth when I connect it with my phone here. All I had to do is just hit home here on the screen, and then you can see now that button is available. So just click on it, and now it's playing music. But the issue is that you can't hear any sound. We're still struggling with that. There's no sound coming out whatsoever. You could tell it's playing the music, but just no sound is coming out of it. I don't understand why. And then okay, headlights are on, and this also happened. There is no signals. I don't know how the wiring harness of this stereo can interfere with the signal lights here. Like, I have no idea how this works. Like, the headlights, the high beams work and everything. I just don't know how this what happened, where I went wrong. I actually double or triple checked the wiring. Everything was matched correctly like I should. I just don't know what I did wrong here. I'm gonna just go home, sleep, and we're gonna work on this tomorrow again. And then look at this mess. I got so much stuff. And I got the alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay, so it's the next day, and as you saw what happened yesterday, I tried to install the dual stereo receiver, the double DIN, and everything worked fine, but the sound wasn't coming out of it. And I did a little bit of research, and what I ran into was that you have to connect the blue wire onto the amp, because that's the amplifier turn on, I guess, and then that's the reason why you're not getting any sound, or it could be, possibly, if I understand the form correctly. And as you could tell here, let me see. Whoops. So as you can tell right here, there's these blue wires all the way out. There's these blue wires that have nothing to be connected on. And you see this harness here? This is the harness that I got at Walmart. And they sent me this with the installation kit. And then this harness here doesn't have a blue wire, doesn't have anything to go on to. The only wire that was left over is this orange and white wire. So what I was thinking is that this pin connector is probably too cheap, or it's probably not the right one. I probably ordered the wrong one. So what I'm gonna do is I purchased one from Metra, or how do you pronounce it? Yeah, Metra. I purchased this one. This pin connector here, it seems better quality. Like, I checked the pins in the inside and they're definitely different. But this pin set here is supposed to fit my Acura RSX Type S. And it has a blue wire, something that this harness doesn't have. And another thing I noticed that I wanted to point out is that this, when I was connecting it to the OEM harness, it was clipping on, but when I came to take it off, it was like so hard to remove for some reason. I think maybe this harness or this connector wasn't meant for the Type S, because it was just hard to remove. Like every time I pressed the button, it didn't like really come off easily. So maybe that's another hint as to this being the incorrect connector. This one has a different kind of tab there on the top, as opposed to this one. You see that tab there. But we'll see. We'll see if this actually works. So I'll be back to you. I'll be back when we finish and putting all this together. So there's an issue there. It's not playing audio from Apple CarPlay. Oh, I have it on mute. So let me go on the, oh my God, my heart dropped. I have it on mute. So hold on. Let me play my YouTube video again. About this video. There. Everybody's here to check out the new wheels that I have. If you follow me on my Instagram, it's working. And by the way, link on the top for this video if you want to check it out. It's pretty fire. I got new wheels, fellas. Support me, man. Give me a like out there. Support me. Give me a little support right there. But it's on and it sounds good. So happy. Quick side note as well. I already disconnected it and I'm super excited, as you could tell. Super excited that this thing finally works. But one thing that I noticed, and the reason why I want to tell you guys this, is when I went to remove it from the original factory harness, this thing unclipped so much easier. With the white pigtail, it actually was tough to remove. Like, I really had to struggle. Like, I almost chewed up my finger here trying to pull this thing apart. Like, it was really hard. But this thing just came off pretty easily. So remember, just get Metra. Get Metra. It's $20, but it's definitely worth it. You don't have to deal with anything. And it fits the harness good and it's easy to remove. So yeah, definitely recommend this. We have finally installed it, and that was the issue. The issue was the harness, like I said earlier, and once I replaced that and put the Metra harness connector, it actually worked. It had the blue wire that we needed, so we actually get audio on the speakers here, which is amazing. And then we also, you can't see it, let me
We also have our lights as well that are working perfectly fine. But the one thing is, if I were to press this emergency light, for some reason, I guess this kit, it wasn't perfectly cut for it, but whenever I press it, it won't be able to click back again anymore. And when that happens, my signals won't work anymore. So that's one of the issues that I have with this. So I definitely am gonna get a new kit. Not only because of that, the button thing, I'm not really gonna be able to use the emergency light unless, you know, I wanna lose my signal lights here, which is definitely not something safe. So I definitely don't even press this anymore. So I'm gonna get a new kit because of that. And then also, the fitment is not perfect. Like, there's a huge gap right here on the bottom. The top is actually not bad. If the bottom was exactly like this top part was, then I'll be more inclined to keeping it. But I'm gonna keep an eye out to see if there's another kit that would actually fit this perfectly while supporting this stereo. And then another thing I want to point out, of course, yesterday I struggled with trying to fix the audio on this thing. And there was a couple of things I ran into when I was doing my research. One of them, in one of the forums for the RSX community, I actually read that there is a buzzing sound or a staticky sound that you get when you install an aftermarket stereo, and that has to do with the amplifier, right? Let me turn this off. So it's true, I could confirm that, because I don't know if you hear it, but I'm gonna stay quiet for a quick, 5 seconds or whatever, see if you guys could actually hear the static. See without the volume how quiet it is? But once you introduce the volume, you get this static noise. So that's something else we have to work with. But yeah, just a little heads up. I'll definitely link the forum that I was reading when it came to this static noise about the stereo. So if you guys need to reference that, I'll have that on the description as well. So just double check there. Also, we got pretty good audio. Like when I play music off of this receiver or this head unit, the music sounds a lot better than the OEM. Not gonna lie, like the OEM didn't have any bass. It sounded weird. But this one, when I play, it sounds, you hear the bass. Like, let's just play the music and you'll be the judge. Ooh, that bass. And I don't even have it set. And I don't even have it set on the loudness. The loudness makes it sound even more bassy and a lot more thumpy. But I don't want to blow my speakers out, so I'm being very reserved about this. But yeah, I mean, it sounds great. Obviously, it comes with a couple of cons, or yeah, it comes with a couple of cons. But we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna leave this here, and yeah, this is gonna be it. It was worth 150 bucks. I would say it is, but it definitely comes with its drawbacks. So just proceed with caution. But for the price, I can't really hate it. I'll be pissed if I had these issues when I paid 400 bucks, $300, or even $500. Because those head units, probably the lowest I've seen for what I needed was like $350 to $300. That was the lowest. So this definitely beats it, and it's definitely competitive in the market, I think. So yeah, this pretty much does it, guys. If this video helped you out, let me know in the comments below, and also drop a like, because this video honestly took me forever to record. It took me 2 days, and I haven't done a video like that. I normally record everything in one day, but this one was a bit longer. Hopefully this helps, because I know a lot of you have problems installing this just like I did. This was very hard to do.
Okay, real quick, I had to stop the video because I had to pass this over to future me. I actually got the installation kit that I wanted, and here is how it looks.
So I haven't finished editing the video, but this is how the final product came out. So this is a stereo on installed with the metric installation kit, and honestly this metric plate or installation kit fits a lot better actually than the cheap Walmart one did. And this only cost me like 13 bucks I believe on Amazon. And also the way it fits the stereo, it looks really clean too. So yeah, this stereo almost looks like it was made for this kit here. It just looks clean and OEM, so definitely like how it came out. And then also the button on this, it actually fits a lot better too, as you could tell when I press it and everything. Like, it works perfectly fine. The screws in the back, they all fit, they flushed out, so the button just fits perfect, pretty much like OEM, as opposed to the other one where it almost felt like it was gonna break off if I pressed it heavily. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to do some beauty shots, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys on the next one.